Good, good morning, I'm going to say, because it is the 24th of May today. And I did this recording yesterday, or at least I thought I was doing this Facebook Live yesterday, but there was a technical hitch with Facebook and they didn't pick it up. So I'm going to do a recording today and just put that up. So my name's Elizabeth Yeager. This is Timeout Thursday, and we are going to look today at the sweet Mediterranean blues. If you look on page 34, 35 of your catalogue, you will see that there is a lot in this suite. There is the stamp set, there are the dies, there are some embellishments, and then there are these 12 by 12 papers which are in blues, yellows and oranges, and it actually is very pretty. So I have some 6 by 6 pieces and I'm going to use that today. Now, I made all the cards last night on my Facebook Live, so I had to reorganize and redo the cards again so that I could do them this morning. So I'm going to start. I'll show you. This is the stamp set, and the dies are, well, the dies that I'm not going to be using these ones today, but I just thought I would show you these ones. It's got this one, and then this fits inside that, like that, and you end up getting, so you can use that on its own, this outside, or you can put that in and you can cut that shape out, or you could leave that off and just do that on your rectangular piece. And in one of the cards that I've done, I've actually put this in the middle as well. Turn it the right way around so it fits in. Forgetting it's not upside down today. It fits in perfectly when I get it round the right way. There we go. I think that's it, yeah. So that fits inside, so you can get actually, if I was using Old Olive, I could use, or Garden Green, I could use all three and cut everything out at once and use these. And I'll show you at the end what I did do with those and when I was playing around. So let me move those to the side. So today the cards we're going to do are this one. That's another sample of it. Which one am I doing next? This one, which is a watercolor. And, whoops, here we go. Here's the other one. This one. Okay, so we've got these 3 cards that we're going to do today. And I'm going to start with this one here. So I'm going to put those aside for the moment, and we'll look at those afterwards. So you can see I've done one with a lemon. This is the inside, so there's room for you to write there. And it fits like that. I've done that one, and I've done one with navy. So the DSP, or the Designer Series paper, is double-sided, so you can use both sides. So let's start. I'm going to use navy today. Let's get all the pieces out. There we go. Flowers in my bowl. My card. So basically you start off with a piece of cardstock, half a piece of cardstock, and like that, score it down the middle. And then you, I'll move that up a little bit there. Then you put this in your machine, your cutting machine, and you cut down from the center top down to the outside corner. And this piece you can use for something else. So that's what you've got to start with. Let me move my little flowers. My bow keeps catching on my finger. Here we go. So that's that bit. You get a piece of the Designer Series paper, and I'm going to use the oranges, and This here is 21 by 14.85. These here are 10 by 4.3. And what I've done is I've got one piece that I've cut 10 by 14.3, and then I've put it in my cutter and cut from one corner down to the other. What's going to happen is this is going to be laid on there, and this one's going to be laid on there. Now it looks a bit strong at the moment, but just watch till you see what happens. Looks to me as if this is a bit longer than 14.85. So that might be a bit of a problem here. Let's see what we can do. 14.3 rather. It is too. Let's see if I can fix that up. I can't fix it up. It will look like diagonally the wrong way, darling, won't it? See, this is what happens when you have a mathematical husband. Yeah, I have to cut down there, and that won't work. But I will show you in general. Let's see if I could use another piece. What have I got here? A lot of my pieces are all cut up, so I could use this here. It's not my favorite, but I could use that on the navy. It's a bit strong and a bit big. My husband's nodding his head at me. What do you think? Will we try it? Why don't we try it? Let's try it and see. See, sometimes you have to do some things on the fly. So there we go. Now you'll see me cutting it. Just make sure that my two corners are correct. Just check that that is 14.3 before, and it isn't. There we go. That's, I think, what I did wrong last time was I cut this 10. Let's check it. That is actually 10. And I didn't cut the other side, so it was 6 inches instead of what it should be. So we'll put that in here. This wouldn't probably be my choice to put in here, but that's okay. We'll see how it goes. Make sure it's angled straight. Hold it still and cut up. Here we go. Now we can get going. This card's inspired by one by Marianne Cowan, who is from Canada, and she had done several cards in different DSPs with this, but this is going to go on like that. So let's get that on. That's the first thing we're going to do. I've got some of my glue, and the reason I'm using the multi-purpose glue is that I can move it around if it's not quite in the right place. So let's leave that there. I'm going to put this one on first. So I lay that down like that. I put that on so it touches the middle seam like that. So when I open that up, that looks like that. Then I'm going to get my other piece and I'm going to put it on here. I think the pattern's a little bit big, but to give you an idea of how it works. Okay, let's put that back in my holder. And I'm going to put this one on, and I'm going to match it up with the other one. So you can see that I'm taking it right to the edge of the navy, so that, and this, the great thing about using the multi-purpose glue is I can slide it a little bit. So there we go. That's it. Now what I've got next is this piece, which is 8 centimeters by 21. I've scored it in half, so it's 10.5 at the 10.5 point, and I've got 2 pieces of white cardstock, one for the insert and one for the front. So I'm going to do the insert one first. So you never waste anything in your DSP, so what you can do is, if you've got a piece and it's got a little bit like this in the end, you can use that bit on the inside. So I've got this piece that I cut off the edge, And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some glue on it. It's cold here this morning, so the glue doesn't really want to work. Here we go. No, it's probably a little wider than I need, but that's okay. We'll fix that up in a minute. Okay, so I'm going to put this on so that it's right up on the top. Now look at that. It's actually perfect size. Slide it up a little bit. There we go. And that's going to be on the top. And then I'm going to get a little flower. Got one of the little blossom flowers. And I'm going to put this one upside down too, on the bottom left. And that leaves me plenty of room to write on. And I will actually trim off that edge of that, because it just goes over a little bit. There we go. So let's get that on the inside. So I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal for this. There we go. Put it on the inside like that. And then I'm going to work on my front piece. So I've got this, and I've got this, and I'm going to place that on this. So I'm just trying to work out where I want to put it. I think I want to put it there. It doesn't matter that it goes over the edge, okay? I need some dimensionals for this. So I grab my mini dimensionals, and I'm going to put them on the back. Let me just check where I was doing it. Yeah, that looks good. So if I turn it over, put one there, one down here, one up there, one there, one there, and one there. That should probably be enough. Get my little basket to put the backing of that my friend Michelle made for me. There we go. That's the backing off. Now I'm just going to place this on here. I just want to work out where I want to put it. I think like that would be good. Okay. Now at the bottom I want to put a sentiment. So I think I'm trying to think what I could use. I think I might use hello, because in this there are a couple of other sentiments, but I think hello would be good because it would fit right there. So let me get my block, and because I'm doing it on navy, I'm going to use Night of Navy to put the sentiment on. Right down here at the bottom. There we go, and it is crooked, but that's okay. We'll leave it like that today. If that happens, you could take that off and cut another piece and redo it, or do it. Actually, you know what we can do? It's very, very clever. Let's take these off. Like this. Doesn't matter that that is got a little tear on it, because what I'm going to do is I take that one off as well. I'll put that one in there. I'm going to turn it over. Now I know actually where my hello goes. Let's do it again. I'm going to do it on the other side. Shows you what you can do and what you can't do. Okay. Let's turn it around this way so I can see that that is much better. There we go. Close that up. Put it away. Get this. And I'll just put another dimensional, I think, on that in the middle. Since I've got two. Where's that to me? Do that. that. And my fingers are sticky now. And I shall place that like that in there. Okay. I think actually what I want to do is put another one up in that corner, because I'm not happy that will not bend. So let's take the paper off that one, and that will just hold that really, and I might put one in there. This looks perfect, and there you go. So you see, sometimes things don't quite go to plan. So now I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to put some Stampin' Seal on the other side, the side that was going to be in front, and I'm going to place that on the card like this. And I have another little flower here that I thought I might put down here near the hello, so I'm going to just do that with a little dot of glue, like that, like it's almost fallen off the tree. Okay, so now to finish the card, that is going to go in so it looks a bit like a picture frame. Okay, and actually it doesn't look too bad when you've finished it. So turn this over, get my my runner, and I'm going to put this down, turn that up, place it so that it looks fairly centered, which it isn't yet. Move it over a tiny little bit more. That looks a little bit better, I think. That's definitely better. And my card is finished. Now, if I wanted to, I could use Ring of Stella on the little flowers like this, just quickly to show you. And that gives a little bit of sparkle to the front, and maybe on that one as well. So there's our first card. What do you think, my darling? My husband Rod's over in here. It doesn't look quite as, it actually is quite good then. So that's the one I did before. And the other one that I did, oh, and I forgot my glue, or my bow. So let's fix this bow up. It's just one of the corners has pushed down. Let's pull it up. So it's a double, because I made a double bow for it. Okay. Get a glue dot. And what I'm going to do is put it on here. And then I'll set my bow on top. So it's like that. There you go. Done. And that's my card. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Set that one aside. The next one I'm doing is this one. It's a watercolor. And I have started it. So all you need for this is a white base, basic white base, some green cardstock, like I have there, a sentiment, and I've done just checking in, just the same as I've done in that, and we're going to put that on like that, but I'm going to leave that aside to finish this. So you can see I've done most of this, and excuse my dripping nose this morning. I'm going to finish off the orange and the leaves. So I've got my water brush here, and got my peach pie. And all I'm going to do is put a little bit of water there, and then just go like that. And I'm just going to, there's little speckles on the orange, so I'm just going to go over those like that. So it looks, and it's particularly in the shadows, you can see that it sort of makes it look quite, there we go. And I think that's probably got enough a little bit, just to darken it a little bit. Yeah, that's better. Now let's close that one. I might use my tissue to take the water off. And the next one I'm going to use is garden green. And with this one, I definitely need some, oh, I forgot to clean my brush. Isn't it good that I remembered before so basically just squeeze the water until the brush runs clear. There we go. Now I can squeeze some water out and put it on there. Okay. Let's see how that goes. So I'm just going to do these final 2 leaves. That's one. I'll just add a little bit more water here. Go. Maybe a tiny bit more dark. Okay, I think that will do that. Clean off my water brush. Before I just get my grey granite, take the water off the inside there so it doesn't drip. I'm going to get grey granite. I'm just going to finish watercolouring the sides. So all I did with this was got some water in here, a little bit of grey granite, and I just basically it's so light you would hardly know it's there. I want to make it a little darker. I just add a little bit more ink to it. And I'm pretty happy with that. And that's my card. It's just more to give the impression of a background. And that will do. Okay, now to put the card together. Let's put that on that. Remember to wash it afterwards. So basically this is 12 centimeters by, I think it was 9.5. These are 12.5 by 10. So what I'm going to do with this is I get my cutter, which is here, and I'm going to cut these in 4 centimeter strips. Seems a shame, but actually it's quite effective. We've done it. 4 centimeter strip. And again, you can use your Wink of Stella on your flowers. So I've got 3 4 centimeter strips. 3 4s, add up to 12. Now I'm going to turn these all over. I'm going to put some runner glue on the back of all of them. Okay, get this, place it on so it's centered. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you can see that it matches up like that. So when I go to put it in the card, all I have to do is put some glue on the back. Okay, I'm going to do this one first. Just make sure I've got my card the right way. I think it's to go up a teeny bit. Now I'm going to do the other side next. So I'm going to put some glue on that. And I really wanted to match up with the same height as the other one, so I'm going to do this and put like that. And then I've got the middle one. And on it goes. You could put these on with dimensionals too if you wanted to. Would stand out a little bit more, but I'm just doing it with the glue today. There we go. That's pretty good. And then I've got my little sentiment, which I'm going to put down the bottom. And guess what? I've put it on upside down. But there you go. After all of that, I have it. No, yes, I have. I have it upside down, but that's okay. We get the idea of how it goes. What I'll do is I'll take that off later and do it. So I'm going to put my sentiment on the bottom like that. See, it's been a busy, busy week. And that's the next card. So let's set that aside. Busy and a stressful week in many ways, but hey, you know, when we were at on stage on Thursday night, we were given the opportunity to do an extra class in card making. So a lot of us went, and all our team went actually, and made cards. So this is not the same as the one we made at on stage, but I thought I would use this style of the one on stage to make this one. So I needed 3 5x5s of the 3 colours, Petunia Pop, Pretty in Pink and Peach Pie, and I've got 3 5.5 of Pecan Pie, and I've got this little bit. This is my base, this is my front. So I'm going to use my colours, and I'm going to just do a little bit of blending on the front. This was my original one, but this one I did yesterday. I'm not sure which one I like. I actually think I like yesterday's. So I'm going to start with my Pretty in Pink. Move that right out of the way. And let's see how we go. Just a little bit on the corners. It's very random. I think that would do. That one. I'm going to use my Peach Pie next. You know, you can wash your blending brushes. When they get quite messy, I often just soak them in some water in the sink and rub them. So here's my peach. And you can see that I'm going to put a little bit up in that corner there. So every card will be different because you're not really following you're following a formula, but you're not actually measuring when you put it. So it's how you feel on the day, I think, is what we do. And my Petunia Pop. This is actually a very pretty colour. It adds a bit of, this is very subtle. This adds a little bit of brightness to the card, and you can see that it's almost like a blush. Add a little bit up there, just a little bit more in there. Not that you'll really see it, and that's that done. Okay, so that's my background. Oh, and I need my Pretty in Pink for this. I'll grab my Pretty in Pink brush. I don't know if I've got enough on it. Let's go like this. I'm just going to randomly do that. Done. Now, that's to put my stamp on, which I think I'm going to do first, actually. So when I find it on the table, because it's my Hello Deeper it is. So I'm going to use Pecan Pie for that. and I've got all the love. So I'm just going to put that on like that and leave that over there. Okay, so that's done. Now the next thing I'm going to do is get my 3 colours, and I'm going to stamp the same colour as the cardstock with this one. Okay, so I've got that, and let's start with the pretty in pink. And all I'm going to do is do that, and then just stamp it on the cards. Okay, let's put that up there a little bit so that you can see where there it goes. Now, the one thing that you have to remember to do when you're using multiple colours like this is to clean your stamp between them. Otherwise it might be a bit messy, so get my stamp and my scrubber, and it's wonderful. It just takes that all away. Let's do the peach one next. And again, let's go there. So much for that one. And my final one, I'm going to clean my stamp off again. And my final one is Petunia Pop. Now I might do with this one, because it's quite a strong colour, I might stamp it off lightly and then put it on my card like that. And because I'm not going to be using that for a while, I'm going to leave that there. So I've got my 3 pieces. I've got my 3 pieces of pecan pie. 1, 2, 3. And what I'm going to do is put some runner tape on the back of the colour pieces. Do all 3 together. 1, 2. This is my last card for today. Put this on the pecan pie. That's one. Every morning outside my back door, I have 3 magpies that come and want to be fed. And they usually come and sing me a song. I haven't been this morning, so I'm sort of expecting them to come and start singing while I'm doing this. They'll often come back during the day to try and get some more. So there's my 3 pieces. They're going to go on the card, but first let's get them ready. So I'm just going to put them on with some more runner tape. That one. I'll go on first before I use the There we go. Okay. So what have I got first? I've got Petunia Pop. I'm going to put that up the top, just like that. Then I'll do the peach pie one. Wait, what do I want to do? I'll do that one this way. I don't want them straight, so and I'll do this one like that. Now I've got some natural twine here, and I'm going to wrap this around the card 3 times. 1, 2. I think that's all I need to do, because I've got like 3 on each side. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wrap this underneath. So I draw all 3 together, And I'm going to tie a knot first of all, so it stays nice and firm, and then make my bow. My card is almost complete. Let's get this so that it looks a little bit better. And I can pull that like that, and I will cut the end off. These are not my ribbon scissors or my twine scissors, but will do for this. Now I want it just a little bit more to the right, so I just slide it like that. But I still want them to be hot like that. There's my twine. All I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to add it with dimensionals to the card base, and I'll put my sentiment on last. So where did I put my dimensionals? Here they are. One there, one in the middle, top corner, other corner, the corner, one in the middle, and there, stuck together, and one there. Okay, let's take the back off. Should be enough to hold it nice and firm when I send it out to someone. This card you could send out for birthday. Even if someone was unwell, this would be a really good card to send out to. Okay, so it's going to go on my base. With that, yep, like that. And then I've got my All the Love that I stamped on the bit that I used the blending brush on. And I'm just going to go around that in a random shape. So I've got that, put some dimensionals on the back, I think 3, one on each end and one in the middle, because it holds the middle up. Get those, put the dots away. And pop it up at the top, like that. And there's my card. Oh, I forgot my embellishments. So I've got some rhinestones here, and I'm going to put 5 on it. I think that other one is lost one, but let's. So I'm going to put a large one on up underneath that. A couple of small ones, maybe one there, and one there. And a couple of medium ones, one there, and probably one maybe there. And that's my card finished. It's actually quite pretty. It's really pretty on the vanilla. I haven't quite folded that straight. I can work with that. Quite a pretty card actually. So that was the one I did. One of those I did last night, and the other one I'd done before. So that's that card. This card. And where is the other one? It's my lemon one. What I did today was this one. Okay. And just to quickly show you, these were some more that I had done with the same stamp set. Did these at on stage. There's that one, and that one. So you can see that I used that there in a different way on that. So those are the on-stage ones. And then I was cutting out with the die I was showing you, and what I did was I cut that out and put it on Old Olive and put one of the stamps in behind, and then cut out some of the flowers that I'd stamped and put them on. And the bit that was in the middle I used on this one to make like a Father's Day card or a birthday card. This is the same green that I used on the outside there, and I used the outside without the die cut to do this one, and just stamped Happy Birthday on the inside. So those are my cards that I made, and I hope you enjoyed that. Apologise for not going live last night, but these things happen. Next week I'm going to be working with Rain or Shine, but I'm going to put a bit of a twist on it next week. So you'll just have to wait and see what I'm going to do. So I wish you all the best, and God bless until I see you next Thursday.